Let's multiply some mixed numbers. And that'd be lying if I didn't say I love to multiply, because let me tell you, I do. Now, when we multiply and divide mixed numbers, our first step has to be changing those mixed numbers into improper fractions. So that is the skill we need to start with. When we are changing a mixed number to an improper fraction, we are going to take the whole number piece. Oh, my pen just, okay, there we go. There we go. The whole number piece, and we're going to multiply by the denominator, so 6 times 3, and then we're going to add the numerator. So 6 times 3 is 18, 18 plus 2 is 20, and we put it over the original denominator. So whole number times the denominator plus the numerator all over the original denominator. Just a refresh on mixed number to improper fraction. Let's play. So 2 4/5 times 3 1/6. Now, one thing that I want to throw out to you is an estimation piece, okay? So just to make sure we end up in the right neighborhood, 2 4/5 is close to 3, and 3 1/6 is close to 3. So when I multiply, my answer should be somewhat close to 9. I like to do this because it's so easy to make mistakes when we're playing with fractions. So I have an idea of where my answer should be in the neighborhood of. Now let's play. So 2 4/5. 2 times 5 is 10. Plus 4, we have 14/5. Multiplied by 3 times 6 is 18. Plus 1, and we have 19/6. Now we simply multiply fractions. And if you think about that, we're going to multiply straight across. But hopefully you remember that if we're multiplying fractions, the first thing that we can do is simplify, right? We can reduce numerator to denominator. So in this case, 6 and 14 are both reducible by 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3, 14 divided by 2 is 7. So now when I multiply straight across, I get 7 times 19 is 133, and 5 times 3 is 15. Well, that doesn't help me if I want to say, like, is that close to 9? So when you think about this, if we started as a mixed number, maybe we should end as a mixed number. So how many times does 15 go into 133? And that answer is 8. So 15 times 8 is 120. So if I had 133 and 120 is taken up by that 8 whole, then I have 13 left over. So as a mixed number, my answer would be 8 and 13/15, which you can see is very close to 9. Let's do a couple of more. 8 times 4 1/10. Okay, well, changing to an improper fraction, 8 is just 8 over 1. And then I have 4 times 10 is 40 plus 1. So I have 41/10. Again, I can reduce because 8 and 10 are both even. So I would end up 8 turns to 4, 10 turns to 5. And now 4 times 41 is 164. And 1 times 5 is 5. If you had started with estimating, we'd have 8 times 4, so we're looking at approximately 32, okay? So now when I'm looking at this, how many times does 5 go into 164? And that answer is 32 whole times. So 32 times 5 gives me 160. So comparing 164 to 160, how many do I have left over? 4. So my answer is 32 4/5. Is that close to 32? Yes, I'm in the right ballpark, so I'm good. Let's do just a couple of more. 2 4/7 times 3 5/9. Well, if I would say this is close to 3 and that one's close to 4, that would give me an answer close to 12. But I estimated high on both of them, so it should be something under 12, right? Estimating skills are really helpful here. All right, let's change to an improper fraction. 2 times 7 is 14, plus 4 is 18. So I have 18/7. In the second fraction here, 3 times 9 is 27. 27 plus 5 gives me 32 over 9. I love this because 9 goes into 9 one times, and 9 goes into 18 two times. Reducing that makes this so much easier. So 2 times 32 gives me 64, and 7 times 1 is 7. So how many times does 7 go into 64? Well, 9 times, because 9 times 7 is 63. So compare 63 to 64. How many do I have left over? 1. because 63 is taken out and then there's just 1 left. So my mixed number answer is 9 1/7. And last one, just for fun, 1 9/10 times 6. So 1 times 10 is 10 plus 9 gives me 19/10 times 6 over 1. I can reduce by 2, and I end up with 57 over 5. How many times does 5 go into 57? And that answer is 11. 11 times 5 gives me 55. Compared to 57, I have 2 left over. So my answer is 11 2/5. Hope that helps multiply mixed numbers.